Do you need a lanyard for your paddle or your fishing rods? Well, let's go ahead and make one like this that's expandable out of weed whacker cord. Stay tuned. Here's what you need to make your lanyard. If you like wide loops, use a larger dowel. If you like tight loops, use a small one. I typically use this one right here. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to pull out as much of the weed whacker cord as you want to have the lanyard long. Then take the dowel, and you've drilled 2 holes through it, and you're going to push the cord through, and then you're going to wrap it tightly. Once you've wrapped as much as you want, go ahead and run the other end through your hole. And I like leaving a little extra room because I'm going to make a loop out of this to complete the lanyard. And there you go. Now the next step is that we're going to boil some water, and then we're going to throw this in there for a couple minutes. Once you have the water to a rolling boil, drop the dowel in there and cook it for about 5 minutes. Poke it every once in a while so all the parts of it get exposed to the hot water. Once it's finished boiling, I'm going to go pour out the boiling water and then put cold water in here and soak it. That will allow the melt that's occurred here to go ahead and coalesce, and then we can move on to the next step. Once everything's cooled down, go ahead and take it off the dowel, and you can see that I'm starting to get my expandable lanyard right now. The last step is to create the loops that you're going to need to attach this to something. With these crimp sleeve connectors that I like to do, and I think you could use zip ties with super glue to do the same thing. I'm going to put one on here, then I'm going to double this back through, and now you can see that I have this nice little loop, and I like using these carabiners to attach it. This one I'm going to use for my phone, and I'll make a little loop on my phone. But you can tie anything through here if you want. Then I take a crimper. I've got one of these that I use for making rigs, and I'm going to crimp this down as hard as I can. Put 2 crimps in it here, and there you go. Now what I also like to do is once this dries out, I'll put a couple drops of super glue down in here just to make sure everything is nice and tight. But it's tight right now with the crimp. There you go. This is how you make a lanyard as long as you want out of some weed whacker cord. Comments? Throw it down below. Thanks.